Good morning. Just popping on real quick to share. I just finished this filter makes my face look really wide here. I thought it would be supportive in the complexion department, as I have a little spot called Boris. I've called him Boris right here. Apparently he's called Gertrude. Yeah, is this a female spot? I just heard it's Gertrude. And I thought this filter would be supportive in the complexion department, but actually it's just made me look like I've had some kind of plumping filler or something put in my cheeks, which I do not need. I have got cheeks for days in both departments, so I don't really need any of that stuff. So we just did our first clearing in CHA-CHING 10 days of wealth clearing, and it was fun. Quite a few people came and joined me actually live, which was really awesome. And I just wanted to tell you, because this is like bonkers, bananas, batshit crazy to me, but I shouldn't ever be surprised by this, but somehow I always am. So we started, and obviously I activate everyone into all of their shit, so they start to feel all the things that are bubbling for them. You're welcome. And then we did the clearing. So we started with a monthly resonance. As a collective, we started with a monthly average wealth resonance of 3,000. So whether that's dollars, pounds, whatever, as a number, 3,000, and a yearly at 30,000. Then we did the wealth clearing. There were 3 things that we cleared, which was really like, they were fucking, one of them in particular was like very intense. Yeah, in fact, no, I'm looking at them now and I'm like, yeah, they were all pretty intense. And a couple of them were like our projections of what other people might think of us, and which, you know, very specific, obviously. And I talked about the elements that they're in and the organs they're in and all of that good stuff. So it was, we went deep, because that's how my people like it. And by the end, we were testing at, so from 3,000 a month and 30,000 a year after we did the 3 clears. And this only took, the whole live stream was only 30 minutes long. And the really beautiful thing about this wealth clearing is that sometimes it's literally just a 30-second quick, like, bleep, 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 oh yeah, and then we clear. And sometimes it will go on for a bit longer. But generally the clearings are going to be between like 5 and 20 minutes each day. So from 3,000 and 30,000, we went up to 400,000 a month and 3 million for the year. So it's like, okay. The thing about this wealth clearing stuff is that doesn't mean everyone's going to have a £3 million or $3 million year, okay? It's not what it's about. What it means is that in this moment, you are holding in your system an idea, an energetic resonance for how much money you can receive and hold and grow, and how much you're just allowing to flow in your life in general. So when we test in at the beginning, we're feeling into where everyone is, where their baseline is when they've just woken up in the morning. Some of them just going to bed, right, depending on where they are in the world. So we come in and we test like where you are right now, having done, I didn't even do any journaling this morning, nothing. I was like, I want to go in with my blockages, with the clogged upness that I have, so that I'm like able to really feel what is bubbling and brewing in the group. Because when we do this collective work, I always feel the things before we go onto the call. I was saying to them all, when we do wealth work, don't be surprised if you are in and out of the bathroom all fucking day, because we tend to hold a lot of tension in our root chakra, right? Like right at the base of our body. We hold a lot of like contraction and tension there when we are feeling, afraid or fearful around money, because in the root chakra is where we feel safe. It's our survival. Think about like when you're relaxed. When I was doing a lot of work with Dane Thomas back in the day, when I was, heavily into spiral world and things, he would say, relax your asshole. Because when you really think about, when you one of the first things that goes when you're like, when you get a shock or when you're feeling anxious or like contracted around something, guarantee your asshole ain't relaxed. Like that shit is going to be like, because it's like, right, okay, we might need to run. So we've got everything just goes so that you can bolt if you need to, or so you can protect yourself, yeah? And let's face it, where do you feel most vulnerable? Probably when you're on the toilet. So we understand collectively that in the root chakra, we can hold a lot of tension when we've got money stuff. So I was saying to everybody, don't be surprised if you're in and out of the loo today, because we are about to release a lot of your survival blocks, a lot of the things that are keeping you contracted around money. And this doesn't necessarily show up as, sometimes it shows up as instant manifestations of money. Whilst I've been, I say launching this program, but I really don't like the word launch, to be honest, because it sounds quite like there's this prescribed thing that you're doing, or like that you've got, I don't know, there's something about the word launch that I'm just like, old paradigm, over it, done. When I created this offering, put it out to the world, and I was like, right, okay, ready to receive the people who want to do this work with me. It's a very longhand way of saying launch, but it feels better to me. So let's go with it. I was out on my walk and I realized I hadn't done my own daily wealth clear a few days ago. And so I went out and I did my wealth clear. And then literally when I came back and checked my phone, I had 3 people who'd been like, ping, ping, ping. People had signed up. So, sometimes it is instant like that. You just literally clear space and money just goes and drops in through whatever conduit you're allowing. Sometimes it comes in from places you didn't even know you had, that you had opened that up, and somehow money just kind of goes bink and drops into your lap, and it's woohoo. And then other times it's more about understanding that when we do these wealth clears, it's so much bigger. I mean, the things we cleared today, you'd look at and go, well, what's that got to do with money specifically? But then when you think about, well, if I had more, if I received more, and I didn't have to do any more, and I didn't have to change who I am, and I just got to receive more through what I'm already doing, what would that mean for me? How would I feel? And what are my fears about the projections from others that I might receive? So there was some of that stuff that came up, which was really fucking my whole body was just like shivering and shaking. Even Mikey Sausage Dog got up on the couch with me, and he was sitting behind me whilst I was doing the clearing. And on the final clear, as I tested into it, he did like a full body shudder behind me. And I was like, fucking hell. The dog's even being wealth cleared. He's going to be the wealthiest dog in Jersey. He's going to be like getting endorsement deals and all this shit. That would be so fun. Sponsored sausage. And then the other thing that really came through when we were doing this clearing, the thing that I want to share with you about this kind of wealth clearing work is, yes, sometimes it is instant manifestations of money. And other times, depending on where you are, if you're feeling like, I'm not even really interested in making money, or like, sometimes if we've got like outgoings and we're just like, do you know what, it's so fucking boring. Making money just so that it can go out again just feels so soulless and relentless, and I can't really get excited about it. Doing the wealth clearing frees up space so that you can just either feel neutral around it or get yourself into a state of actually looking forward to making money again. Like my body feels all thinking about that. Sometimes it's like you feel creatively blocked and you're like, I don't want to continually pimp my creativity in order to make money. I just want to create, and if the money comes in, then that's a bonus. Great, let's clear and let's see what we create space for. So it's really unique to every single individual what they will receive as results, if you will, which is why I never say join my wealth clearing program and you'll make X amount of money in X amount of days, because everybody is different. Everybody is different. What I receive is going to be different from what you receive, from what they receive, what they receive, what they receive. But the really fun thing about doing it in a group like this is that everyone has got a different perspective and everyone brings some different shit to the table, but there will be threads that are common to all of the people in that container. So what happens is when I tap into the collective energy, it brings up the things that the whole collective benefits from clearing. And that to me is just such a beautiful fucking way to do this clearing work. So if you haven't joined up and you're thinking, holy fuck, I wish I joined up, this sounds epic, because, well, it is, let's be honest. Then you can go to the link in my bio, because you can still join up now. You can join for the next couple of days, and then I'll probably close the doors because I just want to... Ooh, something moving there. Whew. I want to close the doors in a couple of days just to maintain the integrity of the container, and also so that you don't just come in and do have to catch up on 4 days worth of clearing. That isn't what this is about. It's about consistently, daily, just chipping away at the things that are holding you back energetically up here and in here. If you've got questions, then feel free to pop them underneath this live stream when I post it on my grid. And hopefully I will see you in there. It is bubbling and brewing, and I cannot wait to see how much money we make in there. And I will also be announcing in there in the next couple of days my next wealth clearing offering, which is something I've wanted to do for about 2 years. But I was like, oh, I'm not ready. I don't know enough. I need to learn more. And so I really put my mind and my heart and my soul into really like becoming the embodiment of the work that I want to share with you in this next wealth offering. So I'm going to be announcing that in the wealth clearing container in a couple of days. And they are going to obviously get a coupon code, which means that they get quite a significant discount. So this is another reason to be in the CHA-CHING wealth clearing container right now. But yeah, if you're not feeling the vibes on the 10 days of wealth resonance, but you're like, I really want to do something more, something bigger, something juicier, then send me a message and I can tell you a little bit about what is coming up. But I will be announcing that. Oh my gosh, I really want to burp. There's so much energy moving around all of this. Excuse me. You're welcome. Then feel free to reach out. We can have a conversation, but I will be announcing it within the next 2 or 3 days. I am actually waiting. I know exactly what the offering is. I know exactly what we're covering. I'm so excited about it, and I don't have a name yet. I don't have a name for this offering yet. And my palms are getting so hot even thinking about it. And that normally wouldn't stop me. I'd be like, it's fine, fuck it, we'll just call it like the secret offer, the unknown offer there. I've got a money offer coming up and I'll change the name. But there is something about this, is like, I can feel that when the name drops in, it's going to click the final pieces into place, and I'll just be like, whew, really ready to share it with the world. So until then, just know that there is something bigger and even more fucking juicy coming around wealth clearing. So now is a really good time to come and play with me. Yeah! I love you. Bye. Oh, I can actually touch this part of my screen now because my phone is working again. Yay!